In this episode of Pilates Tea Time, Kelvin and I share our honest opinion after attending a Pilates class at one of the most prestigious boutique Pilates studios in Singapore. We hope you enjoy our chats, and I will see you at our next Pilates Tea Time. We're on a caffeine cut, so we're gonna go on a sugar high.
Yes, I need a cheers.
We ordered some hot chocolate from Alchemist after our Pilates class today.
Yes.
How did we find it?
What do you think?
Wait, what do we do for? We did Reformer. So we did Reformer Pilates at like one of the top studios.
Yes, it's so pretty.
In Singapore, and I would say it is like an amazing studio.
Yes.
It's called Ally. Like the interior design, really
It's very
pretty.
soothing. It feels like you are in a spa.
Therapeutic.
Yeah,
exactly.
The
like,
color tone.
Yeah, I feel the plants when you walk in, really, really nice.
And plus, I think generally the whole vibe is just like very calm.
Yeah, when you walk in, they check you in with your name and they make sure you have grip socks, which I think is very, like they ask you instead of the instructor having to wait for people to get to the door to be like, oh my God, you forgot the grip sock. Yeah, their studio is really pretty. They check you in, make sure you have grip socks. And then I quite like the announcement. They're like, Reformer Room 1 is open for newcomers.
It's that boarding gate.
It is like a boarding gate. I feel like I'm at an airport. Like I woke up so early.
Last call.
I wish I was going on a flight. Traveling soon. Yeah, and then today we used the circle, didn't we?
Yes, but the circle is very nice to grip on.
Yeah, it's very nice to grip on. There is some resistance, but it's not hard to go against.
Correct.
And the pads were quite soft, which is
the
great.
pad is soft.
We normally use like the Marathon ones when we teach, right?
But is it smaller than the
Smaller,
right?
Yeah. Smaller than the Marathon one.
Right.
Now you can move it easier.
But I like Meridio, the curve.
Yeah, the curve on the pads are very
That
good.
one is really, it helps you secure it nicely without like having a fear of dropping it down.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, when you to like hook the pads on the strap.
Right. I love the Meridio curve.
I get you. And let's start from the beginning. When we walked in, like she was really sweet. She had a good conversation with us.
Yep.
One thing that I feel like instructors can always do a better job at is introing the class.
Oh yeah.
Right?
There wasn't like intro, like
What
what
were
we're
we
going
doing?
through today. Yes. Cause like we like.
It was like, okay, hi, any injuries? No. Any pregnancies? No. Okay, let's get started. And it would have been nice to have like an expectation where we were doing a lot of very light spring control movements. So something like, we're going to be focusing on a lot of stability. That's going to be stability through the hips. That's going to be stability through your planks. So we are going to be working on a light spring load that's going to help you practice and bring this to life.
Right. I think introduction is very important. That at least you know what you sign up for.
Yeah.
So right now, just now it's like, okay, what's next?
And this is the thing about a Pilates class. Like you rock up and you don't really know what's going to happen. Yeah, you might have a stretch class, you might have a high intensity or like an athletic style reformer class, or you might have an align or a foundation class. But really, it's not like a strength program where you go and you see the board and it has all the exercises listed down.
But at least you tell what is the key.
Yes, exactly.
It don't need to be the same exercise, right? It's just like the key of.
And then if you say it at the beginning, it gives people that sense of like, okay, I have the expectation of what it is today. And if it's not my favorite, at least I know that the instructor has planned this out with purpose. I think that's such a crucial thing for instructors to do, but it's also quite missed out. Like instructors rock up, they put their music on. Actually, this place had no music, which is not my vibe.
Yeah, actually, without music.
Without music, I think I was reading some research paper about.
Is there a reason why?
I asked them. I went to a foundation class, and I was like, "Oh, is there a reason why you didn't put music on in this class?" And I'm thinking maybe it's just because it's foundation. And then they're like, "Oh no." I was like, "In all the classes?" She's like, "Yeah, all the classes we don't have music." And I was like, "Oh."
Even the jump board.
Yeah, even the jump board. Imagine it's like bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Like that's all you're hearing.
Correct. Okay.
No way.
It just
But the jump board.
because jump board is good. It's fun with like music, rhythm. I mean, use the
Yeah, you can use the music to like
cue,
motivate
like,
you.
Yeah, correct.
I mean, that's like going for a run with no music.
It's like what you always do. Like you when you listen, it's like going to the peak already, then you go down whole. Then okay, when the music
Catch
come
the
in, then,
beat.
Like,
Yeah.
It's like it just happened. Sometimes it just happened. Came with the music together.
So we talked about like it's super important for the instructor to set the expectation at the beginning of the class because it's such a open to interpretation, open to the instructor's programming style,
Yep.
right? Next thing is,
I want to say something.
yeah.
Breathing through the mic.
Oh, I can't.
You know, just at one point of time we were facing another side, right? The guy behind me keep breathing. I got free aircon. Then you're like, wow, boom, boom, free aircon.
That is hilarious.
Oh
That
my
is
God.
funny.
I mean,
Free
the breathing
aircon.
through the mic is, you can still inhale or exhale, but you don't have to.
No.
Yeah, you don't have like.
And I don't know if some studios ask their instructors to specifically do that.
I don't know. Yeah, so-
Because I know that for a studio like Ally, they take their instructors through
the breathing.
like a 20-hour onboarding course
Mhm.
thing. So maybe they ask their instructors to start the class always the same way. And also maybe they ask their instructors to cue the breath.
Oh yes, the previous time it was doing the warm up also standing, right?
Yeah, also standing. So maybe that's like their signature
Yeah,
start the
standard.
class.
Standard.
But I do feel like breathing in the mic is like, it's an ick. It's a Pilates ick.
I mean, generally, I would prefer warm up to be lie down a bit. I don't know. It's just like make yourself get used to the movement on the bed and get you to familiarize with the tension. Then you move
Yeah,
on.
but as a Pilates instructor, sometimes you feel like you're starting your warm up the same all the time.
Yeah.
So I always, majority of the time, I do start my class as footwork for the warm up. But then sometimes I mix it up where I'm like facing the back of the carriage just to make it feel like I'm teaching more variety.
Yesterday, I think they were using the push,
Oh
sitting
yeah,
down on the wooden platform.
the rolled. Oh yes,
Push,
the fancy words.
open up.
Spinal articulation,
Like-
right? Spinal articulation.
I remember that time when we
Agnes's master
I
class.
like the external when you push when you I can't remember pull or push on the shoulder block, like your eye gaze look forward like you are hunting a prey animal. Oh my god, that was damn good.
Yes.
It's like you're like
Like you're-
smizing.
Yeah, what was it? Like you're a like
can't
you're
remember one of the posts.
like you're a predator.
Yeah,
it was like you're a predator hunting an animal. I was
That
like,
was like, whoa.
whoa.
Yeah,
I was like the shoulder blocks are here.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
like a predator.
Where's the prey animal?
Yeah.
Good.
There were so many that were really good that I can't
The
really
sharp
remember.
pencil, the heavy
Oh,
backpack.
yeah, the sharp-
I
sharp
catch a
pencil.
lot.
Yeah.
I use it though now.
When we were doing a hinge, she said something like, imagine you have a heavy backpack and the weight is sinking your chest forward.
Correct.
Yes.
That was good. As I remember, I remember everything like external cue. It was that well.
External cues, I think, do a few things. First, they make you feel like your cues are not boring,
Yeah.
right? If you just go push the carriage out and in, out and in.
Last two,
Yeah.
last one.
Very boring. But if you use more colorful words to explain that, not big words, but colorful words that people can get, like put a image to.
Yeah, so the whole class is not just flat line, you know.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
you can relate to something, eh?
And then that's the second thing, right? It makes people feel like I can relate to this cue.
And it make people brain active. So sometimes when you move to something, at least people are still awake and listening to you. If like you keep saying like, you know, push out, push it in, then the next one when you move, people might not listening to you.
I think that's the main things that colorful cueing and imagery cueing can do. They can make something that's complicated very easy, and they can make the instructor feel like they're not just doing their regular like, and breathe in, exhale, press the carriage out. And the thing is, I actually find the longer you teach and the less classes you go to, the more you can get stuck in that.
But you know, I want to ask one question, right? Do we really need to cue breathing? Because sometimes I breathe differently as
Totally. Look, I think there's going to be different perspectives on this within the Pilates space.
okay.
I feel like I want the autonomy to breathe how it feels good for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind if the instructor is like giving me a anchor point, like throughout the class, if you like, as you curl up, you exhale, inhale to lower down. Like if they sprinkle cues in there as an option for me to take, cool, I'm fine with that. But if someone's very particular on when I need to breathe, I don't feel like that enhances my ability to do the thing. Because sometimes the thing is hard. I don't need to add another layer of breathing to that thing.
Because sometimes we already focus too much on the movement again.
Yeah, like, okay, when you go into a back extension, like when you breathe in, it adds more air into your belly and helps you lift more.
Mm-hmm.
So saying something like this as a purpose to why we are doing that breathing pattern, I think it makes a difference. But some people would argue saying like, oh, you're using more of your like inter-abdominal muscles when you use that exhale. But for me, and this is why I don't really teach focusing on breath, I just want to have the autonomy to breathe however I want. I've read his book for the student that was like very close to him. It's called Cage Lion. And then I watched an interview with the guy who wrote the book, and he said Joseph Pilates didn't cue a lot of breath. But then when you look at Joseph Pilates' Contrology, mat work repertoire, the exercise book, he does have breathing patterns specifically written in there.
Okay.
We don't know if the translator or the person that published the book recommended him to add those breathing patterns in, or if he was very specific to having those breathing patterns.
So is it like very gray?
It's very gray area. It's very gray area. And I think at the end of the day, people are going to come to your class for you. So whatever you believe in, you have to be authentic to that, right? If you're working for a studio where your beliefs and your teaching style doesn't align with them, then don't be there, right? I mean, I get it if you're first starting off and you need a job and you want to take any Pilates opportunity, take it, because you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you like. You don't know what your teaching style is. But I do think that it evolves. And like we were mentioning...
Yeah, everything is evolved.
Yeah, everything changes. And like we mentioned earlier, Pilates is so subjective. Like you and I felt like that class was way too slow. I knew it. We were like looking at each other on the carriage. We were like,
Can move.
Yeah.
Can add more things.
I get where the instructor was coming from. She was making sure everyone was set up before we moved. But from what I've seen, most people were set up for the bare minimum and we could have just moved.
But it's a dynamic class though.
Actually, you're right. It's a dynamic class. So like, it should have more fluidity to it.
Correct.
In the sense of like her class sequence flowed. We went from one side to facing the back of the carriage and then to the other side. So there was flow, but the flow wasn't fluid. The flow was choppy. The flow was slow. The flow was like, oh my God, can I move now? Like I'm sitting here waiting.
Correct.
And I just move. I just do it. I'm like, okay, until you tell me what to do. Like I was even doing some B-roll. I was filming some B-roll. And when I was done filming B-roll, we're still setting up. And I was like, all we're doing is like a lateral lunge on a light spring. Kind of like a warrior lateral lunge.
That's right.
Like I think I could count on two hands all the exercises we've done.
Yeah, actually, I realized, right, everything feels so long and the exercise that we've done is not much.
I think there could have been a way more that you could pack in that class.
Yeah.
Although, her hands-on assists, very good. Makes me think that I need to do more in class.
Yes.
What did you think? Like every time, I noticed she came to you a few times. What was that like for you?
I mean, it's quite the posture, but I don't really like all the time. Probably 1, 2 is fine. Not like every time you come to me, keep adjusting me. I mean, 1 or 2 is fine.
1 or 2 if they get it right. I've been to some classes where they're like, oh, do this. Oh, you feel it, right? And I was like, yeah, sure. I was like, I don't feel shit. Didn't change anything. But okay.
I just give you assurance, yes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, can you just leave me alone? But I totally agree with you where coming to you like once or twice in a class is plenty. Although there was like only 8 people in the class. There wasn't that many people.
Yeah. 1 or 2 times.
And I think pick your person. If you see that this person is okay with just wanting to do their own workout, just leave them be, you know?
Sometimes you can feel it.
And there has been times where like some instructors have come to me and they've gone, oh, this person like walked out of my class because they felt like I was picking on them when I was constantly correcting them. So that's just something to think about. Like, even though you have the best intentions, and I get it, sometimes people can be sensitive, but at the same time, it's like, have you gone to that person so many times? Unless it's not safe, just
Let's
be.
leave it be. I learned my lesson once.
What happened?
It's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Seriously. But end up, after a while, I find it she like very rude, all this, right? But end up, she kept coming to my class, and apparently she's just not that bad. I think that time probably just not in the mood.
Bad day.
She's quite nice. She's talking to me, and now she will tell me I have some injury here, so I will just take it easy. I will just modify it.
Yeah.
So don't pressure me, okay? That's it, okay?
Yeah, okay.
You know,
okay.
some people like sometimes they have injury, but they don't want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one time where I was doing a workout, a Pilates class, and I was just studying my Pilates cert. And I had my hands gripping the foot bar, thumb under the foot bar, 4 fingers over the foot bar.
Mm-mm.
And then the instructor went up to me, she goes, your thumb should be over the foot bar. Renee, you should know better. And I was like, huh?
So sassy.
I was like, what do you mean I should know better? I was like, are you joking? I was like, I feel more comfortable gripping the foot bar. And then I went home and I like did Googling. I was like, when you hold the foot bar in Pilates, does your thumb have to be over the foot bar?
Over the foot bar is to keep your wrists aligned,
to keep
right?
your wrists aligned. But it's like, if you look at it from a functional perspective, when you do a push-up, when you do a bench press, I'm not benching like this, I'm benching like this.
Correct. Because what is slip?
Yeah, what if it slips?
It's like what if you do a down stretch? I
Yeah,
don't know.
exactly.
Sometimes you feel more secure like that.
And this might be an extra challenge, right? So there's more of a stability challenge, right?
Right.
But I wouldn't go to someone and be like, you should know.
I'll probably just say like maybe you should try like this.
Yes,
If-
try like this.
If
yeah.
not, then you just go back to this.
yeah.
Yes. Like no, you don't do this. Oh yeah. Just now there's a lot of don't.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like a lot of what is the
Fearful cues. Yeah.
Okay, I understand that when you never mention the fearful cue, people will just like keep doing it.
Yeah.
It just happens to sometimes.
Yeah. Like, if you don't pay attention to it and no one's ever told you that, you're not gonna change it.
Right. Unless you put it very straight. Okay, listen to me now. Left leg step up. Like
Yeah.
you always do.
Yeah. Left leg step up.
Then you put your right leg to the bed because
Yeah.
bed is a moving part, so
Yeah.
don't slip down.
Yeah. And I think sometimes putting a don't or a no in class isn't a big deal. But it's like, how often do you do it?
Mm.
That's the important part. And how do you say it? I always flip it and I would say something, try that. Sometimes I'll say, try not to. Rarely.
Yeah. Instead of like,
But I
think it depends on tonation also.
Yeah, and it depends on like, if your positive cues are not working, then you can hit them with like, okay, we're not doing this, we're doing that instead. You know what I mean? So just changing that, I think, yeah.
I think just the way you phrase it, and plus the intonation of the way you're speaking, I
Yeah.
think it will help on keep the member brain active and listening to
Yeah.
you.
When she was like setting us up, I really waiting for a long time to get set
I
up
think
in
previous
the
one the sequence was better,
more fun.
but the flow is not there. It's like you're lying this, then suddenly face here. It's
Box on, box off, box on, spring off, change this, change that. Like, there's not that like fluid motion. There's no fluidity to it.
correct. But today I think the back extension it was add on. I can feel it's just an add on.
Oh yeah, sometimes you know that the instructor
got
like
more
has a
time.
little bit of time left and they're like, shit, what do I do when I have a little bit more time?
Okay.
Let's just throw in this. Yeah, because we did go from like a child's pose into grabbing the box and finish, right?
Yeah. Like
yeah.
the back extension
Yeah.
come in. I mean, it's okay.
Look, I felt like it was a class that I did get a workout in, right? I worked my legs, I worked stability through my hips, I worked my abdominals, But it's just like when you have that handful of exercises that you can count, it's kind of like, oh, I wanted a little bit more from the class.
Yeah, I think can do more like layering, the way you switch to the other movement. Like, you know, last time when you do the one leg to the back, then step to the hip rest, then grab the straps, another movement. It's the
Oh
that
yeah,
flow.
the
It's that flow.
fluidity of the transition
Correct.
is something really fun that you can add on into a
Correct.
class.
So once your leg, maybe you pause behind already, okay, the last one, you reach your back leg towards the hip rest, you turn facing this.
Yeah.
Then another movement.
Yeah. I'm going to give that class, like not just that class, but I'm going to give that experience like a 4,
Off.
5. The vibe of the studio.
Oh, you mean
overall experience?
overall.
Yeah, overall experience. Vibe of the studio was really nice. Instructor used names. The intro could have been better. The intro was like, it was none. It was none. The class flow was there, but it wasn't fluid in
Wait.
terms of like the challenge.
Did she introduce herself?
No, she didn't.
Yes, that's it. That's why I
She
can't
didn't.
recall her name.
Yeah, I think that's a really important part as well. And I think an instructor should also say their name after the class. I don't do that all the time.
I like
but-
to say after the class, right? Maybe just now we're focusing, like today, we're about stability or balance or what. At the end of the class, I remind them, so that's it for your today's session with this. Hope you enjoy the class.
Like recap.
Yeah, just a recap.
Ooh, I like that.
So you towards the end, you still make people remember, or maybe towards halfway of the class, right? When people struggle, okay, yeah. So this is why I mentioned just now. It's about stability. Today, focus is about this.
Because then they leave the class, if they tell their friends, it's like, what did you do in Pilates today? Oh, it was a lot of stability. Yes.
So towards the end of the class, you still remind them what you have. What is the takeaway for today?
Yeah, I rate that. I might steal that because I don't do that at the moment. What would you rate the class?
Maybe 3.5.
3.5?
The class.
Okay, the experience.
I think still 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah, because I mean the experience of arrival point, everything, it was good. Then towards the class, I think the class is the main gist. I go there for the class, right?
Yeah, okay. Do you think like the space, how much percentage would that take up in your rating system?
The space, you mean the experience?
Like
of-
say like 1 to 100%, right? The class, what would be like 80% of your experience?
I would say 80.
80, yeah, I would say 80%
80,
is your
because,
experience.
I mean the environment is add-on.
Yeah, I get like you're in a wellness club where you hang out and you work and you do those things after, which I don't, unless I'm at work, which is actually a gym. Yeah, I think that 80% of the overall rating should be based on the class itself.
Because we don't use but I prefer the first branch. What's it called?
Oh yeah, we went to the Maxwell one today, the cross street one.
I like the crossfit one because the sound is better. I mean, overall the sound, because I don't hear like the cycling studio, like there's a music.
Oh
earlier
yeah, because
starting,
when we did hear the announcement was quite loud.
quite loud. Then you can hear the cycling studio open the door and the music was blasting.
Yes, yeah, I agree. Like the sound, how the sound traveled.
But I know Virgin Yoga Studio have double door.
Yeah, I mean, look, sometimes, you know, if you go to certain gyms, same goes for Virgin.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, one studio is very close to another high energy studio, and that's just how it is. But I think if you were to build new ones, it wouldn't be the same.
But this one is not gym, no. This one is meant for like
Cycle
recovery.
Cycle, recovery, reformer, chair, and
Oh, yeah,
one-to-one Pilates.
But they are very expensive.
Super expensive. Like, it is a very expensive class. I think if we're just looking at the class itself, I don't think it's worth the money. Like, but I guess it's like Barry's, right?
Yeah.
You can do a workout that's similar to Barry's, not at Barry's, and pay less, but you pay for the experience at Barry's. And I think that's kind of what they were going for.
But it's different though. High energy is give you the different parts. When you
Yeah.
go, I want to push more. I want
Yeah.
to, you know, I mean that
Like that,
room.
oh yeah, that environment makes like a stronger impact on your performance.
Correct.
As where if you're on a reformer bed, you can have like, unless the style of class is more high intensity,
It's different.
it's not going to motivate you.
Correct.
It's not going to create that external
So
motivation.
for Pilates, I find like I want to go to the instructor that I feel safe. I want like comfortable with the instructor.
Yeah. As an instructor, it's not about being the superior one in the room. It's about being a human in the room, that other humans want to spend time
Correct.
with you.
Correct. Like I come
doing the
to
thing that they like to
class
do.
Is because in Pilates, we don't know what we're gonna get.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Like you go Barry, you know you're gonna run and you're gonna do like
Weight
okay,
stuff.
for weights. You know what's coming and you just like keep doing the same thing. You want more, you push more. But in Pilates, it's always surprise.
Yeah.
You don't know
Surprise and delight
you don't know what you sign up for.
if you get a good instructor.
Yeah. Correct. So I think really nail down to the instructor
Okay.
at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, we hope, you know, in this video people have gotten some takeaways. But I think, yeah, 3.5 rating for you for our class today. 4, maybe I'm being too generous.
I don't know.
I'm a morning person. Maybe
I think
I'm a little
probably
happier.
the previous one I will give it
4.
a 4.
Okay. So there's our rating for our ally.
Previous one. And I missed the chair because I thought it's Thursday.
Oh yeah, we did book a
I
chair
just
class.
go
This
into the
idiot.
chair.
I'm like, hey, are you coming?
was
He's
like-
like, yeah, I'm coming.
I was like
But he
doing
thought it was
great.
Thursday, and I was there on a Tuesday. He's like, yeah, I'm coming. Thursday, right? And I'm like, no, it's right now.
And then I waste my credit, you know. I was like, oh my god, it's okay.
That's okay.
Maybe
Well,
next
we won't next time.
time. Yeah, next time.
Okay. Good class. See you later. Cheers.
Yeah.
Done with our
Cheers.
coffee.
Done.